What is going on, investors? This is Trevor here, coming at you from the Financial Liberty 2020 channel, and I'm talking to you about ACTC stock and why you need to own this stock ASAP. Proterra, the EV bus company, is merging with ArcLight in order to become public. Holy smokers, look at that chart. Woo! Wow, that is the 1 month chart, guys. That is January 8th, and today is right here. That is 2 weeks. 2 weeks, this stock has gone from a little over $10, maybe $12, all the way to $26.30. Don't forget to subscribe and please like the video. This video is for people that don't know about ArcLight at all and that also don't know about Proterra. So if you don't know about either one of those companies, stay tuned for the rest of the video and you'll know all about them and why this is so insane for the stock market and has huge potentials, if you ask me. So ArcLight is a publicly founded company in 2020 with a focus on finding a merger candidate to take public. The company's target for a Spac merger included companies with a focus on clean energy. It sponsors our ArcLight Capital Partners and Consolidated Asset Management Services, as well as Jack Earhart leads the company as its president and CEO and director. Earhart has been a partner of ArcLight Capital Partners for 20 years, since around the time it was founded in 2001. So, what is Proterra? Proterra is an electric vehicle company with a focus on buses. It creates both buses for schools as well as for public transit, and it is one of the largest EV bus companies in North America, serving 130 communities in the United States and Canada. Jack Allen is the CEO. He's previously held several executive roles at Navistar International, and speculation last year claimed that Proterra might choose a different SPAC merging partner, but it turned out it's not. It's with ArcLight Capital. A few different other details is that the deal is set to value Proterra at $1.6 billion after the SPAC merger closes. You'll see the ticker symbol change from ACTC to PRTA post-merging due to the SPAC. $278 million held in trust at ArcLight and another $415 million from a private investment in public equity. Also, it says the two companies are expecting the deal to close in the first half of 2020. Or if you've never seen their website, I have it pulled up here. Basically, they are a vertically integrated EV bus company that has their own battery systems. They create all of their technology in-house, and let's just be honest, EV buses are something that Tesla has not taken advantage of yet. So it's an open market, especially in North America, and they are basically the #1 player in EV buses. So this is huge. I mean, you've got school buses, you've got public transportation buses. I believe this company has a lot of opportunities in the near and long-term future. And I am not the only one. Chamath Palihapitiya just posted on Twitter on January 12th this. He says, "I just made my biggest investment in climate change. ACTC is merging with Proterra Inc. to help it take public. I led the $415 PIPE, which we talked about previously in the article that I was just talking about." He goes on to say that Proterra Inc. is North America's #1 EV bus OEM. The company's technology, their leads, and revenues made this a no-brainer for me, one pager attached. So this is, right here, Chamath's investment thesis behind ACTC prior to the SPAC, which will change the ticker symbol to PRTA for Proterra. He says, basically, here's his summary. In 2019, Americans took 9.9 billion trips on public transportation. He says, since 1995, public transportation ridership has increased 28%, while the U.S. population has increased by only 23%. He says there is increasing demand for sustainable transportation solutions by governments and individuals. 15 states are targeting 100% zero emissions from medium and heavy-duty trucks by 2050. More than 70% of consumers have changed their behavior out of concern for climate change. He says, recent technical inflection points are accelerating the push to electrification. I think we all see that. 85% decline in electric battery costs since 2010 has spurred adoption, with forecasted improvement of 8% compounded annual growth rate in batteries for foreseeable future, which is huge. Basically saying it's a growing industry that will be more profitable. The bottom line of EVs is going to get more profitable every year as it goes on, as well as top line, because more people are going to be adopting EVs. So it says EVs have a 40% lower operating cost versus diesel. So also the maintenance cost is less. I mean, so every single thing possible is cheaper with EVs and more sustainable. And I mean, we all know these things. Qualitative says, he says that Proterra is North America's #1 electric vehicle bus OEM. I agree with him 100%. I believe that Proterra is a few years away from being a household name. Currently it's operational in 120 communities in 43 states and provinces, representing more than 30% of North America transit bus fleet. It has 1,000 vehicles sold, representing 50% market share. Proterra EVs have driven 16 million real-world service miles. Proterra is vertically integrated, which has allowed them to secure a meaningful first mover advantage. They build their own electric powertrains. They are an OEM that builds their own EV buses. They provide end-to-end turnkey charging solutions to commercial vehicle and transit fleet owners. They have built more than 54 megawatts of charging capability. They have diversified beyond transit buses into a massive commercial vehicle market, providing their EV technology in partnerships with OEMs including Daimler, Van Hool, Bustech, and Optimal. Quantitative, he says that revenues are scaling rapidly with a 5-year compounded annual growth rate forecasted to be 68%. 68%, guys. This is a stock you want to own. If you see a compounded annual growth rate of 68%, I mean, that's an annual growth rate, guys. This is a growth stock. This is a growth stock, and I believe it's undervalued. One part of it, I believe, is that the news hasn't gotten out, and investors haven't really understood what there actually is in front of them when it comes to ACTC stock and where ACTC stock is going to go in the near future and the long-term future. Check this out. 2020, he says that 2020 earnings were $193 million, 2022 earnings $439 million, and 2025 $2.56 billion top-line revenue. That's huge, guys. He says $750 million in current orders and backlog. All right, guys, if you found value, please subscribe to the channel. I bring new stocks like this to you every week so you can make money just like me.